Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone's been asking me to review Fnatic versus Genji. I don't know why I said Soho. So now we're going to do it. Let's just finish up the draft. It felt very, very good to ignore the chat during the previous review, so I think we're going to do somewhat of a similar one. Especially when I'm thinking, I'm like, what champion should they pick here? And then everyone just starts writing every champion in the game. Hey, Timo, hey, Nasus, pick Nasus. Nasus is good here. He has a slow. It's pretty wild. So let's focus on the review. I appreciate your enthusiasm and your passion, but let's focus. Kalista ban, Ruler Kalista is very nasty. Set ban, BDD plays, and life, probably best set support out there. And then TF, okay, understandable. I like this. Target bans across the board. Evelyn, Thresh, Lucian, 3 target bans. No conversation there. Ornn first pick. I think a lot of LPL and LCK teams haven't prepared Shen. So there's no Shen pickup here. I think Shen is a decent pick into Ornn. I like it. And it's good with a lot of the junglers that are going around the block now. But Renekton Nidalee, looking it into Ornn in a scenario where you're not like a very top-heavy team, like if you're not down one and you do this, I get worried right away. Genji as a team, I think they can compete against the best of the best if it's like a mid into bot game or just bot into mid game. But I think if they're trying to play top 2v2, especially in a matchup that isn't that polarizing, so Nidalee, Renekton versus Graves and Ornn, the ease of execution is definitely in the hands of Ornn and Graves because they have time as their friend. Ornn is very durable, and Nidalee and Renekton need to be the ones forcing first. So this is, from the get-go, is very tricky, and also in the mold of what Genji want to be as a team, it also just doesn't fit the way I think about Genji. So if you're sitting in this situation and the first 3 of enemy is Ezreal, Nidalee, Renekton, and you know for a fact that there's going to be like a pretty heavy, topside game from the get-go, don't get me wrong, Ruler Ezreal is one of the best in the world, and I banned it against him multiple times. But Ezreal bottom side isn't, some kind of lane demon. He's not gonna gain advantages, and I think this is what Ruler and Live's biggest advantages are, in terms of how they lane. So Genji, full topside game. Senna gets locked in, and you have 3 very strong pieces already. Here I was surprised that Orianna doesn't get locked in, because it felt like Orianna is something that you would naturally ban in 4-5. So here I would just go for Orianna ban, right? I was very surprised that Orianna is open. It's another one of those questions, like what happens to our dear nemesis when Orianna is banned here. Last time we saw him in such a situation, he picked Corki. Anyhow. Nautilus ban is whatever. Like Leona, Nautilus, I think it's really, really whatever. Especially in this position. Like, Mercury value is not that high. So it's whatever. Nautilus, Leona. I think ban Orianna here. They get the Leona. And then the Orianna blind. Azir, a BDD special. Rakan blind pick. Also here, I thought maybe they're picking Orianna themselves. But maybe if they go Orianna, maybe it's like a decent... I don't know, maybe Veigar is going to get picked here. Veigar. Kassadin, I probably wouldn't like. Yeah, whatever. I just think giving up Orianna here is lack of research. Because Nemesis found success on Orianna Lucian throughout the split. To summarize, Fnatic have this draft. Time is their friend. I think whenever Azir is played into compositions that scale better than you, I really dislike Azir. Like here, there needs to be something that is in line with what Nidalee and Renekton want to create in this game. There will never be a point where Azir is like really strong. Like Nidalee, Azir 2v2 isn't that crazy impressive. Azir needs to be super far ahead to impact the game super much. So that's why I didn't like Azir too much. I think whenever you play Azir and Meow scales you, it's just against the nature of what Azir wants to do. So I thought GENG dropped the ball here in terms of prep. I think Fnatic bounced back super well, especially after that LGD game. This is more in line with what I like to see. I think Fnatic recognize that the games in this group aren't as fast as you'd think. Yeah, Azir has also been nerfed. But I think here against Ornn, a team like GENG, I would love them to play. Why are they not just playing Caitlyn? You know, why is GENG not playing Caitlyn? They have Shen top, Caitlyn, Nidalee, and then they have a lane support like Karma or Lux. Life is really good at this. And then they just play pressure through bottom side, Rule and Life in a dominant position. And there you go. Very strange, this technology, Exhaust Ignite. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's just really troll. I thought it's really weird. Oh, well, the problem with Exhaust Ignite for Rakan is that the matchup is already losing. It's like, oh shit. Oops, I misclicked. The matchup is already losing and your AD is going TP. And then you have Exhaust Ignite. I don't know what the thought process is. It's like they want to achieve two completely different things. Two completely different things. This man has TP. He's like, yeah, I'm just still gonna look for tier and chillax. And this guy has Exhaust Ignite. If you're playing Xayah Rakan and you have like heal and you all in level 1, okay, then maybe it would be interesting. But in a case where you're playing with Ezreal and the man has CP, I think a big no-no. So it's not good. So we mentioned before already that time is the friend of Fnatic. They scale better. Self-made no leash. Nidalee leash. Good word. Like Rascal can definitely win this top matchup. But winning against the matchup doesn't mean win game. So already now, like, the lane is pretty doomed. Like this lane is already... It's lost. Like, this is crazy, you know? This is already GG. Thing is, even if he has flash, this trade is garbage. Like, the lane matchup is not good. Like, Ezreal Rakan is very weak. Like, I don't know how we got here. Like, how on earth did Hilly Baba... Like, Hilly... Like, I don't know what happened for Hilly Stang to be, like, melee. Look at him. He has so good control of the bush, and then Rakan and Ezreal face check him both at the same time. So this is a mistake. Swedi Baba, full control of the bush, and they are face checking. GENG just really dropped the ball. Yeah, Ruler has some problem with his ears. There's pro view from Reckless on YouTube. Can you link it, XKenji? Link it, brother. Guys, this has nothing to do with Hilly being crazy. This is just good play. He takes control of the bush. He's looking to bait out a ward and maybe kill the ward. And he can one-shot the ward with Leona, and then the enemy is going to be zoned off because Ezreal can't pass this line. Like this is standard good play, you know. So don't cough it up as crazy, because I think Hylissang's performance has been crazy good this tournament. Pro view of Reckless. Oh, why is it fucking stars? I just think, you know, going Renekton Nidalee against, locking that against Ornn, you gotta be really good. You don't allow links in chat. Oh, this is hype. Look at Ruler's mouse movement, man. Holy. I'm just a bit worried. I don't know if I'm allowed to review this and put on YouTube, guys. I'm really worried. His cursor is so huge. Actually, I think he plays on a smaller, what's it called? Smaller resolution, that's why. Like his resolution is giga small. Here, I don't know, why are they, what's happening here? Yeah, this is a lower resolution. Why they're running it down? Yeah. Ruler actually laughs. Look at Ruler's reaction. That's pretty funny, guys. That's pretty funny. That's pretty insane. Guys, I'm afraid that I won't be able to put on YouTube if I don't. Actually, we get to see his laugh here too. I just missed it. That looks like 1920, 1080. No, it isn't, I think. He's laughing here too. I don't think it was only Life that trolled. I think both of them kind of trolled. I think Genji botlane just trolled. BDD's movement is crazy, by the way. Like really, really nuts when it comes to lane phase. Like BDD really set the bar on how to play like some specific matchups that all mid laners really learned from. I enjoyed the pathing of Selfmade here. Making sure he ends up on bottom side. He's like, holy, my bot 2v2 killed. I'm gonna go. What does BDD stand for? Big Dick Dragon. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea. No clue. In a lot of cases, if Genji's bot lane is pacified, it's a rough one. Here's Life. Like, Genji might have some chances to defend this dive if Life didn't play it like this. Because look at BDD's position. BDD can actually TP and Nidalee is jogging down here. Please stream with auto-tune. I'm good, man. Just here, Genji is already off the tower. Like they're already out of the turret. They need to be here, and then Azir can TP. Nidalee is coming. Renekton, I think he has prior, but I'm not sure the wave is coming. Maybe can't TP. Life is dead then. They didn't even dive. They killed him between the turrets. So it's pretty sad. And then Ruler dies too. Maybe Ruler could flash a little bit better here. Another one. I actually think Ruler had E on cooldown as he was TPing back. Because E cooldown is longer than E cooldown is longer than his death timer. I just don't think he has E here. And then now he has E. Now bam, that's a kill. And even now, even if these two chaps die, I think it's worth it. Like Flash, TP, Renekton, Ornn gets to base, Orianna gets to base. I think you take this trade every time. Easy peasy, I'll take that, man. Bot lane is so doomed. Renekton no flash. Ornn gets to base in a clean fashion, has TP on. I don't think the second dive was that terrible. And maybe you could argue that Genji didn't need to TP with all. Maybe Renekton was enough. I like the dive. Look how fed Graves is. He's almost on AD jungle item. Senna is 1000 gold ahead of Ezreal. Leona already has swiftness. Like it's a disaster. Renekton without flash into Ornn with flash makes Ornn so resilient. Why did Fnatic lose to LGD? Draft, I think. Here I think Nemesis should contest harder. Here I didn't understand why Nemesis doesn't contest. Because like you have Graves in river. And you don't use it at all. It's very disappointing. Because here Nemesis should contest the wave more. Yes, I think He has good items to potion. Because just because he doesn't contest while Graves is in river, BDD gets to dive top. It was really fucking smart draft though from Fnatic, have to give props. To be fair, you know, I don't think it's not that new, no? The champions we saw on blue side is like, this is highest percent win ratio champions of play-ins draft. This is not that big brain. You know, it's a good draft, don't get me wrong, but it's very basic, you know? And I think Genji made it very easy. Set ban was very smart, I think. Set ban was very, very key. But here I had an issue with Nemesis not contesting. So this is one of those moments. Like you have Graves and River right now, and Nemesis and Selfmade are not thinking about thinning out this wave here. Because here they can thin out the wave. Nemesis is very close to 6. Here he's 6, and they can actually make sure that top doesn't get dove here. But Graves rushes through to bottom. Azir gets the tower into the wave, and Renekton is stacking the wave up top. If Graves and Orianna thin out this wave and then go into bottom side, it's over. Now Fnatic, they are freezing bottom side. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I just realized that the man has spellbook, which makes this even more egregious. Exhaust, ignite, and then you have spellbook, because you're either gonna miss out on Legend Tenacity or unflinching, and both are necessary to beat Leona. Like, it's not only summon a choice, it's also like Life made some mistakes in play, and also runes are so the thing is, Lil Bird, you're saying Ornn is the best pick versus Ren and Nidalee. Graves Senna was the perfect pick. The thing is, they first pick Ornn, and then the enemy picks Renekton Nidalee. Right? And now Genji already got a win. They got the TP, and then Orianna is just like, yeah, fuck, I'm gonna take some minions. I need some money. Fnatic read Genji like a book. He's just saying exactly what Doinby said when he reviewed draft. Yeah, like, I agree. Picking Renekton Nidalee, especially when you're Genji, you shouldn't do into Ornn. Just keep in mind, Fnatic were in an uber dominant position. The game was completely in their hands. But giving up that mid wave gave Genji breathing room to go all the way to top. They forced Orianna TP, backed off, first prio into mid, and now they're into bottom again. And this is a situation where Genji's bot lane is so doomed. I think it's very disingenuous to say that Fnatic, read Genji like a book. Because even in this position, they managed to gain so much. I think contesting that midwave was really important. Making sure that Ornn doesn't get dove on that without burning TP. Because if you look at the game state here, game state should be completely fucking over. Doinby also says Nemesis is on the same level as Caps right now in terms of mid jungle 2v2. Okay. Well, whatever. Like, no offense to Doinby, but he's watching Worlds, I guess. Yeah, maybe because of Selfmade versus Jankos right now, sure. If you use Doinby math on calculating mid jungle, I understand. I understand why you would say that, 100%. I get that. Yeah. Holy. Of course. Yeah. Don't believes self-made better than young. That's completely understandable. So here, the reason I went back. TP advantage. Graves in good condition. Bottom completely doomed. This wave is bouncing. It's gonna freeze for Fnatic. This game is over. That's why Doinby isn't at Worlds. Come on, man, Dalton. You really want to lose your mod? Don't make comments like this, man. When you're a mod on my channel, you represent, you know, you are supposed to be, you know, of higher class. Man, I'm not at Worlds. Are you at Worlds? So yeah, this wave. Graves is in mid. Orianna is in mid. Bottom is frozen. TP advantage. BDD gets prio. BDD goes top. Forces the TP of Orianna. GENG back off. Very smart. TP is used. They go back into mid. Have prio mid. And due to the prio mid and the sequence of what just happened, they get to save bot too. Because look at this. Boom. And they go into bottom side. And they save bot. Graves needs to base. Azir, Rakan, Ezreal. Save bottom side. It's just like these smart sequences that GENG find in a game that is very, very tough to live is really, really nuts. I think here if Nemesis flashes better, he actually gets a kill. I actually respect Doinby for still rating Nemesis despite Nemesis LS completely disrespecting him last year. Do you think Doinby gives a shit about any of us? He doesn't give a damn about any of us. Well, maybe he gives a damn about me, you know, because he follows me and, you know, he only follows 50 people. So me and Doinby, we're homies, you know, we're all living it up. Me and Doinby, we connect on a very spiritual level, man. Me and Doinby. He only follows 50 people. He follows Peanut, who also follows me, of course. Me and Peanut, we're bros. I sent him a message before at the best of fives that he's playing. I was like, okay, Peanut, you're going to do good. You're going to bounce back. He follows Chris. I will dominate. No way for you, Shrimp. FlyQuest. Uzi. Well, you know, Uzi also follows your boy. He also follows your boy. Now, I have my ear on the ground with the legends of the LPL. You know? What's up? He follows Hilly-san. Only legends, you know? Only legends. That's what's up. Loken. Let's follow Loken. Let's see if he you know, comes back at me, you know? Anyhow, if Nemesis flashes better here, I think Rascal dies. I don't even know if he needs to flash at all, but... Boom. At this point, bottom is so doomed, like there's nothing to do really, but... Like here the wave is bounced, that's the only argument for them not walking forward, like the wave is bounced, and this is a classic Fnatic ward. Well, classic Hilly-san ward, I like it. The IG sausage. Like either way, Nemesis has solo killed there on Renekton because Rascal really ran it. The reason I don't think this is something that Fnatic can replicate against GENG is because even in this match, GENG had the sight on what needed to happen in order for them to get back in the game. What a man Hylissang is. Look at this. Hylissang just showing up here. You have the TP of Rakan. But I think Fnatic shouldn't have backed up, man. I think they panicked. I think here Fnatic didn't realize that it's Rakan that's CPing. What do you mean look at Klid? He just stole the Rift Herald and he traded his life for it. Like, what's the big deal? He got the Herald. Like, it's probably going to be worth more gold. Here, though, I think Klid should have walked into mid and just placed the Herald. Like, here, I think you just give up top. You give up top here, and you walk into mid, you put the Herald, and you look to make a trade. And then Infernal Drake is on as well. You just give up top, give up. Fuck top. But they tried to defend, and I think Fnatic could have dove Rakan as he was TPing too. Klid is still in very good conditions this game. Like, all things considered, good condition for Nidalee. I think Fnatic's draft is easier to play for sure. But I think GENG still did a lot of good things this game, which is not related necessarily to the draft. Yeah, Klid should have died. I was very surprised he didn't. I think Hylissang just kind of choked. Maybe he died anyway, actually. Yeah, he died anyway. As it was, here Fnatic started playing the game very solid because they went 3 through mid, and that kind of shut down any attempts from GENG. 3 through mid, no chance this game. Only realistic option for GENG should be to maybe lane gank Ornn, but that's like so sad. Very sad. Klid tries to contest river, but it's very unrealistic. How is Klid ahead in level here? Well, Selfmade spent a lot of time trying to just gank the bottom that was frozen. Like, he didn't really go for like power farming. Fnatic just snowballed clean this game. I disagree. I don't think it was clean. Like, the game was really, really lost. Thank you very much, young one. Why nobody picking up Ryze's Giga OP late game? Because there's more to the game than just late game. And Ryze isn't always OP late game. In a game where, like, in a meta where split pushing is not a thing, Ryze is not going to be that great. Here when I was watching, thank you very much XXXYboy XXX. Here when I was watching, I was like, wow, okay, Nemesis is confident now, but look at him go. He's trading, he's walking forward, he's getting backed up. I was like, okay, let's see more of this Nemesis. I like what I'm seeing, brother. Selfmade is around mid. And it was funny because this was the one time when Nemesis actually gets ganked and dies. Which I thought was hilarious. And here comes Rakan. I think at this point in time, though, you just involve Leona and Senna in everything that happens. And I don't know, the person in chat that said that this was a clean snowball, and then things like this happen, where Nemesis gets snapped when Leona and Senna are so strong. They had Senna ultimate on. Like, here, Senna ultimate was a thing. And then Rakan was also first. Like, this was a disconnect with the mid 2v2 on the bottom side. And then the bottom side continues to push, and they are the ones getting Fnatic on here with the TPs. And then boom, that's a kill. Graves didn't have R, as far as I know. Graves didn't have R. So Graves has ult on cooldown. Guys, your takeaway shouldn't be Senna is slow on ulting. That really shouldn't be your takeaway. Your takeaway here should be the disconnect between Fnatic's mid and bot. Because they are stronger. They are much stronger. Here, Life is just taking a risk and going for it, and GENG are just trying to find the way in. And they flip the mid gank and they get it. And then after they die in mid, Fnatic don't reconsolidate. They just go, keep pushing. They tilt push almost. And they die on bottom side. If you want to know how to play this correctly, you just have to make a choice. Senna, Leona, they are the ones pushing, Graves backs it up, goes into river, and then you're connected as 4. I was very impressed by GENG this game, which is strange for a lot of people. But considering the position they were in this game was so doomed at minute 3 already, at minute 4. It was over. And they still managed to find like windows to play the game. I think BDD was really, really insane. Is Live the sole reason that GENG lost? I think Live's mistakes were very pricey, and his mistakes were just accentuated by their draft. I think if Live didn't make those mistakes, maybe they would win too. What do you think about self-made? Self-made good. Like, why is Whippo emoting under the turret? I let him emote. Enjoy. I think GENG also could have secured the first Infernal. Like, that was the big mistake. When they tried to defend top, I think if they got the first Infernal and they traded for top tower, it would have been good. Here also, I think at this point in time where when the bottom tower is practically already dead, I don't think Leona and Graves should commit so hard into bottom side. I think here you need to make the defensive maneuver because you want to be the one fighting. You're so much stronger. I don't think you want to look to make trades, because that's what's happening here. Fnatic is super strong, but they're making trades. Keep in mind here, Orianna needs to respect the Rakan and the Nidalee. Orianna backs up, they get mid tower, and then after getting mid tower, they go into top side. And this is a position where GENG is weaker. I don't know why Whippo is so low HP. Like Whippo's full here, Whippo's full, and the only person that's hitting him is a Manamune Ezreal. So Manamune Ezreal is hitting him, and then look at his HP just disappear. Like, he's trading only with Ezreal. Like, what is he doing? What the fuck? If he doesn't do this, maybe he's healthy enough. That's why I'm saying I don't think Fnatic can replicate this. I think so many things went right for Fnatic in order for them to win this game. GENG showed a lot of class. They get the mid tower, they pressure into top. Like, BDD played really good. BDD overrated, guys. Well, the problem as Udai is, in terms of what we've seen overall from GENG and Fnatic, Fnatic's mistakes are common. I'm the coach of Sandbox. I don't know what you mean. I'm just not at Worlds. Why are you not at Worlds? Man, if everyone could go to Worlds, it wouldn't be that exciting to be at Worlds. I've been 2 times this year, I couldn't. I did my best with 3 months of coaching, guys. I did my best. Just not good enough. Sorry, guys. I think you're just okay with Bippo to just straight side, no problem. Bippo likes to burger flip these though, man. It's like always my preparation against Fnatic is Bippo always burger flips. Always burger flip defend the turret. And then Fnatic make like the full defensive rotation into bottom side, which makes GENG get full bottom top tower again, which is strange. Like GENG are fighting back on many fronts here in this game. I don't think Bippo's bad. I don't think Wunder is bad. I think Wunder and Bippo are good. Why Senna builds Black Cleaver this game is strange to me. I think there's rarely a game where Black Cleaver Senna is honestly bad. Because you stack Black Cleaver really, really fast, and the stats on the items are really, really premium. Like cooldown, HP, AD are very nice stats, and I think the move speed is insanely valuable for Senna. I just because keep in mind Senna. I learned this like Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver is 100% gold efficient without its 2 passive. And keep in mind, some stats you value higher and gold efficiency is just, a point of reference. Health, cooldown, and attack damage are really, really nice stats. Really, really good stats. And there is no other item that can give you 20% cooldown reduction on Senna. I don't think you guys should say, "Oh, Ellis is seething off in the distance." I'm sure, like people present Ellis' opinions in my chat without all the nuance, and that's so unfair. And I would despise it if people did the same with me. Like, "Oh, Yamato said this. What do you think, Ellis?" Like, it's really, really pointless. Rage is really good for Senna. Dealing physical damage grants 20 move speed for 2 seconds. Assists on cleaved enemy champions or kills, or any unit grants 60 move speed. So that's really cool. This is very good. Thank you very much, XCHD, and also Skyrus14 for 4 months. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, guys. So this is super cool. Like these stats are just very, very neat for Senna. Like I think Black Cleaver on Senna is a bit different than the conversation on Black Cleaver on Kindred. Black Cleaver on Kindred, I think, in a lot of cases is criminal, while I think the better item in a lot of cases is Essence Reaver. I think Essence Reaver is rough. Ellis is also not open to discussion. I think Ellis is not open to discussion with the chat, and already now on 1.5k viewers, I would almost go crazy. I can't imagine what it's like when you have 30,000 people watching you. Now that is pain. Anyhow, Black Cleaver is good in this spot. I think Black Cleaver is good. You have a Lethality Graves. Probably Iceborne Gauntlet is coming on Ezreal. There's armor already on Rakan. He has 60 armor on his items. Base armor is also a thing. I don't know if Road of Ages is correct, but I understand why he wouldn't want to go Ardent and Athene's this game. The game is kind of in shambles. But I don't know, I generally just don't like Road of Ages as an item. I just want to take a look at what happened to Ocean, because I missed it. So they just trade Ocean, okay. Two core Ezreal is when Genji is gonna be at the strongest. I like the war placement from Fnatic, but I think Erasco just doesn't need to follow with the wave and he can just walk away. I don't know why he's walking here. Holy. Yes, Ezreal is not super good into Senna. I don't know why you want that said, Hamza. I don't know why Fnatic are so insistent on defending the bottom tower, but okay. I think they can just play for mid prio and then hover into one side. I think both Bippo and Oriana are in such good condition now. Just take mid prio, hover into one side, and I think they can suffocate Genji completely. I like the Trinity Force choice here instead of Iceborne, because Black Cleaver is already purchased. But at the same time, the lethality is looking juicier and juicier on Graves, so I'm not sure. It's also much cheaper. Senna is so strong. Senna is a monster. Then why did Ruler answer the Senna pick with Ezreal? Well, Ruler is one of the best Ezreals in the world and they have a very strong top side. Like, you don't pick Ezreal to win against Senna, you just pick Ezreal to be weak side, and if he falls behind you, you're not in trouble. Wraithblade is also an insane upgrade. Yeah, it is. It really is. The stats are really juicy. It's hard for me to complain about this here. I just don't see how GENG are supposed to play the game at this point. There's nothing for them to do. Like now, Nash is on the menu for Fnatic, and they can just play around 2 lanes. And GENG had success because they played on 3 lanes, and Fnatic were sloppy sometimes. They potentially had Nash pressure here, but Selfmade is taking his red. I didn't understand the QSS purchase here for Senna. It really didn't make any sense to me. Just trying to not die to Renekton, I guess. Maybe the thought process is Fnatic is like, we're going to finish in the next occurrence of action that is going to happen, and we're going to then just 1300 gold Mercury, Quicksilver Sash, Renekton stun, you're not gonna be able to die. I get it, you know? But the follow-up, like your next item is gonna be worse because of it. Like probably walking out of base, if you have enough gold to only buy these 2 items, is gonna be the best buy you can get. I think Quicksilver Sash is better than BF, but it's not gonna be better that much later on. GENG are just trying to slow down Fnatic's approach by controlling this Raptor bush. GENG's only play was exactly what they did there. Was just trying to kill on side with Renekton and Azir because they both have TP, kill, and then be ready to TP onto Nash. But Ornn has no time, like he doesn't need to push or pressure at all. He can just get the wave past river and then walk into mid. Fnatic can just keep doing this, control mid and top. They are stronger, all is in their favor. When Orianna reaches death cap, it's really, really doomed. And Bwipo itemizes very well, I think. I say that as if that's something so amazing, but he buys Solari, so that's a thumbs up. I think Loki third is more often a good buy than a bad buy on Ornn. Here, Fnatic are being psychopaths again. I thought here they just threw the game. I thought, okay, here's Fnatic special. They are pushing down mid lane as 3 people while 2 people are doing Dragon. I thought, okay, this is the fight that GENG have been looking for. They're gonna go here, snap Nemesis in half with the Renekton flank, and then, you know, GG. I don't think... I've never come across... Like, I can tell you guys from my experience, no one is ever going to tell you that this was intentional. Like, the outcome of this is really not intentional at all. Like, Rascal is just holding on for way too long. I think he could have snapped Nemesis. Azir TP'd with the intention of... Like Azir probably should have TP'd on this ward here. You know? And then he would be ready to go like that. And then Fnatic would be stuck. Just Azir's TP is a bit too far. And then they're chasing. Rascal is waiting too long. He has vision here, man. Just fucking go. Just go, 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 go. And I don't know why he dashes through. Graves here. And then Ornn moments. Look at Ornn. Ornn moments, guys. Also, yeah, the Orianna ult is pretty sick. Good Orianna ult. Boom. Did Bippo use Solari already? When did Bippo use Solari? I think that was Solari, right? What was the Solari? Do you guys see the Solari? This was Orianna E, Senna ult. Let me tell you guys, if someone tries to convince you that this was planned, then yeah, they're lying. Definitely lying. And the game is lost. It was a good game for Fnatic. Good game. I guess this is a confidence booster, you know? They're not going to look at the game in the same light as I am, because as a team, you can use a victory like this to think bigger, you know? And when I'm looking at it, I think that it's going to be very tough to replicate, but the confidence that you can build from something like that is really, really insane. You can't say that. That's bullshit. Guys, no one ever says we're gonna push down mid as 3 and then 2 people are gonna do Drake and then Genji is gonna be confident to engage on us and then we're gonna bait it and then Ornn is gonna TP in, everyone's gonna try to kill him and then we ace them. Come on, man. Jesus. Fnatic reacted well, don't get me wrong, but it just looks like a classic Fnatic moment, you know. Like, oh, okay, we're pushing mid and we're doing Drake. We've seen this many times before. We've seen this many times before. Is this just a Fnatic strat? 3 people push somewhere and then 2 people somewhere else and then hope it works out. Yeah, it was good. It was good. They reacted well, you know, but Genji maybe could have gone on Nemesis here. Azir TP could have been better. Just considering the game state, this just creates risk. Like if Fnatic don't push for this, like here, if Fnatic push this wave and go towards, you know, just hover around here, no problem. The game is won already. There's no reason to do this. Imagine this fight goes in Genji's favor, and we're sitting here and like, what the fuck, Fnatic, they're always playing disconnected, no, my Fnatic, no, I bleed orange, you know? Then we might have thought about this different, because maybe Genji win this fight, and then they take Nash, you know? And then fans would be like, who should we kick, you know? I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, I think Fnatic drafted good bounce back on the draft. I'm very happy about that. Hilly-sang, fantastic form. Selfmade, fantastic form. We are back in this world where, you know, Fnatic recognizes their strengths. Bwipo weak side, boom. He's very good at playing weak side. Very, very good. I think Bwipo underrated as a player. Burger flips sometimes too much on the turret, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And they won the game, deservedly so. It worked out, so it was correct. Analysis. Yeah. And then Genji dropped the ball and draft. They took risks they didn't need to take, I think, with Rakan, Ezreal bot, Nautilus ban, giving Orianna. I don't think it's the best way. I don't know why I'm bowing with them. I just wanted to, like, it's just a reflex of being polite. I think in the rematch I would favor GENG. I think blue side is also looking stronger, so that helps. I will still predict GENG in the next one. This was a big bot gap. Korean bots overrated as always. Come on, man. This is pretty silly. Pretty silly to rush to this conclusion of a one best of one. It's really, really silly. Yeah, they were stomping bot. Anyone who says they weren't stomping bot is smoking kush, but some of the things that GENG did were really troll, and I doubt they're gonna happen again. So, like, how does TSM win? Bro, I don't know. Well, I rated Reckless and Hylissang very highly. Very, very highly. But anyhow, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna post this on YouTube.